All those times I threatened I was going to kill my phone, and it went and committed suicide, and cost me the pleasure of running over it with my car. All those times it crashed. I woke up this morning, didn't charge. Still at 22% or something. I never thought anything of it. I plugged it back in, checked the plug on the wall, plugged it back in when it had a shower, come out, 21%. It's not charging. Tried to put my battery block on it, and it said there was water in the port. Well, there was no water, there's no moisture, there's no anything. It's been doing that all day. I still have it in my back pocket. So apparently it committed suicide. So, you know, what a time to do it. Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. I'm running around now. Ava, I had promised Ava she could have a phone for Christmas, a new phone. You know, the first phone she ever got was just an old beater, you know, just for a kid. And a few months ago, Addie cracked the screen. You cracked the screen.
No, Addie threw the camera down the stairs.
Well, you can't throw the camera downstairs if it's attached to the phone.
Okay, she threw the phone and the camera broke, and then I dropped it off the bunk.
I told her she'd give a new phone for Christmas, and the deal was, you know, you get trade in your phone or whatever. Anyway, Verizon got ahead of us. But on the day I was bringing her to get her new phone, mine decided to die. So it may not be a big deal, but think of all the people that call. This is an American phone, by the way. I have a new phone number. I'm going to take Ava's old phone is an Android, a Canadian Android. So I'm going to take the little thingy and put it in that. So I'll be able to text people, but eventually this is going to be my new number. I don't even know my number. Here, I'll give you my number. It's on this. I won't give you my number. In a future video, I will give you my new number. But I don't, my Canadian one is not working. So if you text me, I just got all my emails back up and going. So if you text me or called me today and I didn't get back to you, I may never. So I'm going to have to give you my new phone number. Email me. My email is attached to my iPad. So a very frustrating day. I got to the barn. You know, if it ever happened to you, now as you can imagine, with hundreds and hundreds of clients that interact with me on a regular basis via text, and I check my emails, I do my videos on this phone. So when it first happens, you're like, it's not the end of the world. It's just a phone. You know, I was well into my 20s before I got one. That's the first 10 minutes. After half an hour, you're like, I wonder if anybody's calling me or texting me. How are they going to get a hold of me? Then I go on my email, my iPad, no internet. Can't check my emails. Now I'm starting to get a little itchy, but I'm at the barn. I got to jog and train horses. We'll talk about them in a second. Now I'm a little frustrated. We're going on 11:30, 12 o'clock. I'm off the track. It's raining, which is only now compounding, what is turning into anxiety. I go to Verizon. Now I'm thinking this happened to my old phone, and I had to buy like a flat charger for it that you don't plug in; it just sits on it, and it worked fine until I get frustrated and ended up buying a new phone. And then, shockingly enough, about 6 months later, it started charging just fine again. I bought a charger, a flat charger. Phone would not charge. Won't charge. Won't take a charge. So now I'm angry, frustrated. I go home, I get Ava. We go back to Verizon. They have the deal on. You can give a phone. I can't give my phone in. One, it's a Canadian phone. Two, there is stuff on my phone that I do need. So it will have to awaken at some point. Go in. Somehow they got me for an iPad, which apparently Amy needed. I don't know why she did. Ava got her phone. Ollie got a phone. I got a phone. Now the poor lady stayed an hour, 2 hours. She told me she was leaving at 2. I got there at 5 to 2. This isn't me trying to be late. I was rushing around as much as I could. I got back there. I almost just went and bought an unlocked phone at... Good thing I didn't. I told the guy at Best Buy, I said, if I buy an unlocked phone, can I put this SIM card in? Yep, no problem. Wrong. Canadian SIM cards, not in the American phone. At least it didn't work on the Verizon unlocked phone. So I still have a lot ahead. This is on New Year's Eve. Nothing's open tomorrow. My wife and I are trying to go out to dinner. No phone. You can imagine, for most people, you'd be like, oh, this is such an inconvenience. For me, it's quite a bit more. My screen time is unhealthy, one might say. And now I'm not playing games. I found Candy Crush on there. I don't know who put Candy Crush in my phone. I've never played Candy Crush in my life. Block Blast. I don't even know what that is. Oh, she said that it comes on the phone. So they must own the company or something. I don't know. Well, somebody does. They don't just say, hey, Candy Crush, would you mind if we took your app and put it on our phone for every human being that...
Probably a contract.
Exactly.
So they don't own it.
They probably have a deal with
it on.
Yeah, they probably own it. Anyway, I don't care. I got my video done. I was so disappointed, though. I had a year-end video. My top 10 moments of 2024. Explained in depth. Some of my finest work. 44 minutes of it. Gone. Now, everything was backed up on the cloud, but that video is not there. Now, it should be there because the internet was running all night. It was on... It should automatically, it obviously automatically populates in my cloud, whatever that is. It should be there, but it's not. So Kelly said maybe it'll show up later today. Nevertheless, Amy and I were originally supposed to be the ones to do it anyway. I just ended up doing it because she was busy yesterday and running around trying to get stuff done. So anyway, the long and the short of it is it bothered me quite a bit. And it wasn't the device, it was that everybody, people are going to be asking me questions for it's the end of the month. People are going to want to know where the horses are, what they're doing. Vets could be texting me. Any number of people could be texting me, and no one is getting through. So if you're one of those people, I can't respond right now because Ava's phone is switching over to her iPhone, and it's 3 hours from getting done.
No, it's an hour and 30 minutes.
Oh, well, it's sped up. I can put my SIM card in her Samsung Canadian phone, so the lady says. And when I do that, I'll respond. No, but it's just a paper clip will work. I know that. You just take a paper. Yeah, you've done it before. But the key that it's meant for would have been more helpful. If there's she gave us a box. One of those boxes will likely have a key in it. So anyway, my apologies. It wasn't. I started off like, oh, I don't care. Who cares? I care. I'll tell you that. So this is my first video on my new phone. What did she say this was? A Samsung Galaxy S24. I wanted a phone with my phone has a little stylus on it so you can fill in contracts and write stuff on your phone.
It does.
Yeah, it has it. It's the only phone that has it. I just wasn't sold on the flip thing, so.
Anyway. I don't like the flip thing. No.
Anyway, today, when I was at the barn, in between mild panic attacks, I did do some work on some horses today. We changed some gear. A jailbird jog, we put the hobbles on her. She was very good. I felt bad. It started to pour rain. And Eric was the only one standing there with mud gear on. Everybody else quickly changed. I'm soaked because I just come off the track with, what did I trade? I'll think of it in a second. Anyway, jailbird jog was awesome. $249 he trained her. Very easy by herself. I didn't talk to her. No, they're qualifying tomorrow. All the horses were qualifying tomorrow. They put them all in the same qualifier. All of them. Nobody wanted to work on New Year's Day. I get it. Jason, Tyler, Jason, and myself will go with the horses tomorrow. I wasn't going to go with Century Legion. I just finished telling Daryl today I wouldn't go with them. But I'm gone away for a week, right? I'd rather qualify him easy. I told Jason Merriman's going to go with him. Take him to the back. Whatever we go, slow. just have him. Don't even move him if you don't want to. I just thought he was a little weak, and I want to build him up. I don't want him stretched out. He's a fast colt. I want him to come back to the way he was trotting before. Trevino on green. I'll go with Trevino tomorrow. Jason McGinnis is going to go with Leggy. I know. But there'll be nobody there. And Tyler Angus will go with Rosetta. Rosetta's going to qualify tomorrow also. So that's what went on tomorrow. Today, I'm trying to think who I went with when I got there. Oh, I went with Pickpocket's sister. I always want to go with her, make sure she's on her toes, that her and I are on the same page all the time. She was good again. I almost want to get the flip-flops off her. I think she's working too hard in them. I'm going to ponder that. Jailbird Jog was awesome. As I said, trucker. I'm a trucker. I went 1 mile and 18 with at 1.5 miles. He's still struggling in the turns. I was going to say I might send him to Ontario, but maybe Tim might get him. He does have some speed. I like his attitude. He's not sore. I just had bandages on him today, and I put vet wrap over them because I wanted to see if he was hitting them. Never touched, never moved the vet wrap at all. So that's good. He can wear a little bit of weight up front, and we can get some vet wrap on him behind instead of boots. Now, the reason being for that, it's balance, right? For a trotter trying to get his work done, a little more weight up front, just go ahead and eat all those chips. Don't worry about it.
There's only like 3 left.
You've been sucking them into your face for the last 10 minutes.
5.
Well, you can throw that in the garbage when you get home. So...
one of the horse's tendons were like giant this time.
No, their legs. It's a little infection. Yeah, a little infection.
I think it was Jailbird.
No, it wasn't. I'll think of it in a second.
I helped Mom put her away.
I know. So I went with Eric. Went with Jailbird. I went with Trucker. I went with what's the other horse? I went with 4 anyway. Trucker was good. Jailbird Jog went good also. The other don't ask again. I just told you that. I went with her. She was good too. And then Blue Rare. Oh, I told you guys. I didn't think. I thought she might need a head pull. Murphy blind on the inside and put the V martingale on her. If you watched her the other day, she kept throwing her head and acting up. She was perfect. An absolute soldier today on the track. 2:48. Felt like she could have won a mile. 2:38. Just settle with her now. She was exceptionally good today. Blue Rare was awesome. So that's who I went with today when I got to the barn. A little preoccupied worrying about my phone, but Ava got her phone, I got mine. Everybody's happy. It's going to be New Year's Eve tonight. I hope you guys are being responsible. Amy and I are going to take, I don't know what the Uber situation is out here in Brunswick, but I'm going to see if we can get an Uber or a Lyft. We have a dinner date with Dr. Mike Lauren. We're going to have a bite to eat. Mike's like me, right? He's a foodie too. You know, I don't drink that much. You guys see me with Moscow mules and stuff. The amount of times I was drunk in my life would be on one hand. I don't drink very often, and I don't ever buy cases of beer. I don't smoke. Certainly don't do drugs. I don't have a lot of vices, but I do enjoy good food. So I'm gonna have a nice meal tonight and talk about the year that was, talk about the year that will be, or hopefully will be, and it should be a great time. For those of you, as I said, be safe tonight. You know, I was listening to reports on the way over. I don't know. 70 Americans on average per year die on New Year's Eve from accidents. Obviously, a lot of them had to be more than 70. That doesn't seem right. It seemed right when I heard it. When I just said it, it didn't seem right. You know what I'm talking about. Stay safe. Do yourself a favor. If you're drinking, take an Uber. You can always go get your car tomorrow. It's always nice to be on New Year's Eve, but it's great to see New Year's Day also. So have fun. Have some fun. Go spend some time with friends or family. I will talk to you all tomorrow, and hopefully that video shows up. Otherwise, Amy and I will go do that video right now. All right?